We don't just read the news, we look into the wreckage of gossip. If you thought the split was the end of the war between Kody and Janelle, you are dead wrong. In fact, the real war, the fight over identity and the law, has just begun. Word on the street from people close to the production and what looks like a digital trail of clues all point to the fact that Janelle is not just leaving a marriage. She is erasing an age. People who were paying close attention saw a small but significant change on social media just days before the rumored wedding event. The name Brown is no longer there. This isn't just an Instagram post, though. This isn't just a woman getting back her given name after a breakup. Exclusive ideas going around among lawyers who watch a lot of reality TV say that this is a planned, aggressive legal move that has sent Kody into a tailspin of paranoia and anger. We are following a developing story that says Janelle has formally asked for the removal of the Brown last name from all of her official papers, business licenses, and cash holdings. This is where it gets dark. We are hearing that Kody is not taking this lying down. The word on the street is that Kody Brown thinks he owns the name Janelle Brown. You heard that right. We are looking at a possible legal battle that revolves around the idea that Janelle Brown is not a person, but a brand. A brand that Kody says he created, cultivated, and now gets royalties from. This is the underlying lie that is currently tearing what is left of the family apart. Kody seems to be working under the delusion that his wives were never partners, but employees, and that their names are intellectual property belonging to the Kody Brown Family Entertainment LLC. Let's dig into the premise of this explosive situation. Just imagine the scene in Flagstaff. We know Kody has always been obsessed with the big picture, with the legacy, with the sheer looks of his patriarchy. But now that the wives are gone, all he has left is the business. If Janelle changes her name, if she becomes Janelle Shriver again, or perhaps takes on the surname of a new partner, she is essentially taking the sister wife's asset and walking out the door with it. Insider reports suggest that a leaked legal document, one that has not yet been made public but is being whispered about in legal circles, shows Kody preparing a case that equates a name change to a breach of contract. The idea is that Kody is arguing that the audience knows her as Janelle Brown. And if she promotes her Plexus business, her life coaching, or her future memoirs under any other name, she is diluting the brand value that he spent 18 seasons building. It is narcissism on a business scale. Think about the time. This is happening right now. Just as rumors of a new wedding or a huge life event for Janelle are surfacing, the removal of the name isn't just a personal choice. It is a statement of war. It is Janelle saying, "I am not your property, and I am not your brand." But Kody's reaction, according to these exclusive ideas, is chilling. He isn't mourning the loss of a wife. He is worried over the loss of an asset. We have to ask ourselves, is Kody actually hurting, or is he terrified? If Janelle drops the name, the illusion of the Brown family finally shatters totally. It shows that the Brown name wasn't a banner of unity. It was a lock. And Janelle just found the key. Let's go deeper into this foundational lie because this is the psychological hook that explains everything we are seeing on TV and on social media. Kody has spent decades telling these women that they are nothing without him. He has conditioned them to think that their relevance, their spiritual salvation, and their financial success are all tethered to him being the head of the household. Now that the household is empty, he is trying to use the legal system to impose that tether. We are looking at a potential scenario where Kody demands a licensing fee or royalties if Janelle continues to profit from fame gained while using the Brown name, or conversely suing her for damages if she drops the name and confuses the marketplace. It sounds crazy. It sounds like something a villain in a business drama would do. But look at the past. Look at how he handled the property split at Coyote Pass. Look at how he handled the sharing of TLC money. This is a man who monetizes power. Our investigation into this idea suggests that Kody is currently consulting with attorneys to see if he has any grounds to block the name change, or at the very least monetize it. This is where the leaked paper comes into play. While we cannot verify the physical paper, the contents described to us by sources match perfectly with Kody's erratic behavior. The document allegedly outlines a brand preservation strategy, which basically argues that the Sister Wives cast members are franchises of Kody's life. If a franchisee leaves, they don't get to keep the signs. But Kody is flipping the plan. He wants to force her to keep the sign so he can keep collecting the rent, or he wants to punish her for taking it down. It is a no-win position that he is trying to engineer. And where does Robin fit into this? We cannot ignore the impact of our favorite wife. Reports suggest that Robin is spinning this narrative behind the scenes, fueling Kody's paranoia. She is reportedly framing Janelle's name change not as a personal choice, but as a direct insult to the culture they built. We're hearing that Robin is planning to go on camera, perhaps in a tell-all or a leaked interview clip, to say that changing the name is denying history. She is positioning herself as the keeper of the flame, the only one who respects the heritage. By framing Janelle's freedom as a betrayal of the past, Robin validates Kody's victimhood. It encourages him to go after Janelle with everything he has. They are building a narrative that Janelle is the aggressor, the one erasing history, when in reality, she is simply writing a new future. This brings us to the most critical part of this first chapter of the saga, the context. Why does the name mean so much? Because brown is money. In the world of reality TV, your name is your SEO, your hashtag, your formula. Janelle knows this. Kody knows this. For Janelle to walk away from Janelle Brown is a huge financial risk. It means rebuilding her searchability from scratch. It means presenting herself to the world. The fact that she is ready to do this despite the potential drop in engagement or brand recognition proves just how desperate she is to sever the tie. It shows that her freedom is worth more to her than the Brown brand equity. And that is what scares Kody the most. It's not just that she's going, it's that she is willing to burn the brown flag to do it. She is showing that she doesn't need his name to survive. We have to consider the role of the new boyfriend in this scenario. Sources are saying that this mystery man is a driving force behind Janelle's awakening. He isn't just a new love interest. He is a mirror showing Janelle her own worth. He is allegedly the one telling her, "You are the brand. You are the star, not the name." This outside influence is dangerous to Kody because it breaks the isolation he has relied on for 30 years. Kody could control the story when it was just him and the wives. But now there is a third party. A new masculine energy joining the dynamic that is validating Janelle's independence. This leaked petition to change her name is likely the first step in a major rebranding of Janelle's life, one that has zero room for Kody. As we wrap our heads around this initial shock, remember that this is about precedent. If Janelle successfully erases the name and grows, what stops Christine from doing the same? What stops the children from officially changing their names to distance themselves from a father they feel abandoned them? Kody is looking at a domino effect. He is fighting this name change not just to control Janelle, but to stop the suffering. He is watching his family dissolve in real time. The Brown family is becoming an empty shell, and Kody is standing in the doorway, court papers in hand, screaming at everyone to stay inside. But the house is empty. Stay tuned because as we move deeper into this investigation, we are going to break down the specific legal threats Kody is supposedly making, the involvement of the adult children, and the shocking stance Maddie and Savanah are taking in this civil war. You think you know the depths of Kody's ego? You haven't seen anything yet. The fight for the name is just the tip of the iceberg. Underneath, there is a sea of financial secrets and emotional manipulation that we are about to reveal. Don't go anywhere. We are peeling back the second layer of this story. And if you thought the name removal was just a cosmetic change on social media, prepare yourself, because we have found details of a fictional but entirely plausible legal nightmare that sources say is becoming a reality for Janelle. We are calling this the plexus paradox. Our investigation has led us to the finding of a rumored cease and desist strategy that Kody Brown is allegedly attempting to enforce. This isn't just about a marriage license. It is about the bottom line. It is about the pyramid plan of patriarchy that Kody has built quite literally. We have to look at the business system. Janelle is a powerhouse in the health and fitness space. Her income, her stability, and her future are tied to her status as a public figure. And this brings us to the most disturbing part of our theory. Kody's claim to the Janelle Brown trademark in the commercial field. Insider chatter suggests that Kody has written a legal notice, a document that is circulating in theory among the inner circle, which clearly states that any business venture Janelle started during the marriage is intellectual property of the family trust. The arrogance here is breathtaking. The argument Kody is allegedly making is that the customers who buy from Janelle, the fans who join her downline, and the followers who click her links only do so because of the platform he provided. He thinks he is the CEO of her life. The notice reportedly warns that if Janelle changes her name to a maiden name or a new partner's name, while still selling the same goods, she is engaging in deceptive marketing or breaching an implied contract of their spiritual union. It is a control freak's final weapon, financial strangulation. He is basically saying, you can leave me, but you cannot take the customers I gave you. Let's analyze the psychology behind this specific threat. Kody knows he cannot force her to love him. He knows he cannot force her to live in Flagstaff. So, he attacks the one thing Janelle values most, her freedom and her ability to provide for her children. By threatening her business identity, he is trying to silence her. He wants her to be too afraid to change her name. He wants her to look at the legal fees, look at the possible confusion for her customers, and just decide it's easier to stay a Brown. It is a standard tactic of coercive control, making the cost of freedom so high that the victim stays in the cage. But here is where Kody miscalculated. He forgot that Janelle is the one who did the taxes. She knows the numbers, she knows where the bodies are buried financially, and she is not scared. She is prepared. This brings us to the game changer in this entire story. The new boyfriend. Up until now, he has been a shadow, a rumor, a blurred face in a paparazzi picture. But our sources are painting a picture of a man who is the total antithesis of Kody Brown. We are hearing that this unknown man is not just a romantic partner. He is a smart ally. Theories say he has a background in business or law, or at the very least possesses a spine of steel. He is allegedly the one whispering in Janelle's ear that she is not a franchise. He is the one pointing out that Janelle Brown is a slave name if it comes with Kody's terms. This new situation is driving Kody insane. For 30 years, Kody was the only male voice that counted. He was the sun around which the wives orbited. Now there is another kid. Imagine the scenes playing out in Flagstaff. Kody is likely pacing the floor of Robin's mansion, ranting about loyalty and betrayal, while Janelle is sitting in a quiet room with this new partner, carefully dismantling Kody's hold on her life. We are getting reports that this boyfriend is encouraging Janelle to rebrand completely. Not just a name change, but a total aesthetic makeover. New logos, new websites, a new kingdom that has zero trace of the sister wives aesthetic. This is what prompted the legal threats. Kody sees the new boyfriend not as a rival for love, but as a corporate raider stealing his assets. The foundational lie that Kody built, that these women are nothing without him, is being disproven by a man who loves Janelle for who she is, not for the brand she supports. But if you want to know where the real knife in the heart is, you have to look at the children. This is the part of the story that breaks the heart and seals Kody's fate. We are tracking a massive shift in the younger generation, especially Maddie and Savanah. We have noticed subtle changes in their social media behavior that align with Janelle's rebellion. There are reports that Maddie has been helping her mother file the appropriate paperwork to change the name. Think about that. The daughter is helping the mother erase the father's name. It is a reversal of roles that is absolutely devastating for the Brown family image. Maddie, who has always been strong-willed, is reportedly leading the charge, telling her mother that the Brown name has become a liability, a symbol of toxicity. And then there is Savanah, the quietest Brown child, is making the loudest message. We have noticed that in recent posts, the kids are omitting the Brown surname completely when referring to themselves or their mother. They are just Janelle and the kids. This is a coordinated PR move by the family to soft-launch the new identity by normalizing the lack of the name. Now they are preparing the audience for the actual legal change. It is brilliant, and it is completely driven by the children's desire to protect their mother. They saw how Kody treated her. They saw the knife in the kidney speech. They know the truth. And now, they are weaponizing their support. Kody's response to his daughter supporting the name change has been described by insiders as apocalyptic. He sees this as the children taking sides against him, which in his black and white world makes them enemies. We are hearing ideas that Kody has sent angry, rambling text messages to the children, accusing them of being poisoned by their mother and this new boyfriend. He is claiming that by supporting the name change, they are disrespecting their heritage and their brothers. But the tragedy is, Kody doesn't know that he poisoned the well himself. The children aren't refusing the name because they hate history. They are refusing it because they love their mother. They want her to be free. Let's circle back to the plexus paradox and the legal notice, because this links directly to the children's future as well. If Kody successfully argues that the Brown name is a shared asset, he could theoretically try to claim a percentage of any inheritance Janelle leaves for her children, claiming it was built on his brand. This is why the name change is so important. It is an estate planning move. Janelle is reportedly rushing to strip the name before she remarries or before she finalizes her will to ensure that Kody cannot get his hands on a single dime of her hard-earned money. She is making a firewall around her assets, and the first break in that wall is erasing the word Brown. The tension is building. We have Kody on one side, armed with delusional legal theories and a desperate need for control, backed by Robin, who is saying that this is a personal attack. On the other side, we have Janelle, backed by a loving new partner and an army of loyal children ready to burn the bridge to the ground. The legal notice is just the starting salvo. We are hearing that Janelle's team, and yes, she supposedly has a team now, is preparing a counter-argument that is going to blow the roof off the Coyote Pass drama. They aren't just going to defend her right to change her name. They are going to claim that the name Brown has been damaged by Kody's behavior. They are going to flip the story and say that associating with Kody is bad for business. Imagine that. Janelle claims that being a Brown hurts her sales because Kody is so disliked by the public. That is the ultimate checkmate. As we prepare to enter the final chapter of this investigation, you need to understand that the stakes have changed from emotional to existential. Kody is no longer fighting for a marriage. He is fighting for his importance. If Janelle succeeds, if she erases the name and the sky doesn't fall, if her business grows and her children thrive, it shows that Kody was never the sun. He was just a cloud blocking the light, and now the wind is picking up. Stay with us, because in the final part of this report, we are going to reveal the psychological endgame. We will discuss whether Kody is actually worried about the name, or if he is scared that the Brown family brand is shattering into pieces. We will also deliver the final verdict on what the law actually says about this specific type of famous name change, and give you the ultimate call to action. The conclusion of this war is coming, and it will not be broadcast. It will be studied right here. We have arrived at the tipping point. The moment where the House of Brown doesn't just crack, it shatters. If you have been following our investigation into Janelle's planned removal of her married name, you know this is about far more than a driver's license. This is a full dismantling of Kody Brown's patriarchal empire. And the most damaging blow to Kody's ego isn't coming from Janelle's lawyers or even her new boyfriend. It is coming from his own children. We are getting exclusive insights that suggest a coordinated rebellion led by Maddie and Savanah that has left Kody absolutely reeling. This is the daughter case. Insider sources suggest that Maddie has been the silent architect behind Janelle's confidence. We know Maddie has never been afraid to stand up to her father. But this is different. This is a heritage move. Reports suggest that Maddie has been advising Janelle that the name Brown is now linked with toxicity, failure, and public humiliation. We are hearing theories that Maddie and Savanah have made a pact to back their mother's rebranding publicly. Have you noticed the subtle changes? The way they tag her? The way they comment? It is no longer Mama Brown. It is just Mom, or perhaps even hints at her original name. This is a signal to the program and to the world. We are separating the woman from the man. Imagine the psychological effect on Kody. He has always viewed his children as extensions of himself, as trophies of his virility. For his girls, the ones he claimed to protect, to actively help their mother erase his name, is the ultimate rejection. It cuts deeper than any divorce ruling. We are hearing that Kody is spiraling, blaming Maddie of poisoning the well and turning Savanah against the family culture. But the truth, according to those close to the situation, is that the girls are simply validating Janelle's identity crisis. They are telling her that she was a person before she met Kody, and she is a better person now that she is leaving him. The dark name didn't make Janelle a mother. Janelle made the Brown name respectable, and now she is taking that dignity with her. This brings us to the core psychological question of this entire story. Is Kody actually worried about the name, or is he afraid that the Brown family brand is finally dead? The answer lies in the money. The Sister Wives show, the media appearances, the cameos, it all depends on the illusion of a family unit. Even in disorder, they were a unit. But if Janelle changes her name, if Christine has already left, and if Mary is gone, who is Kody Brown the father of? He is a king without a country. He is just a man with one formal wife and a lot of child support payments. The fight for the name is Kody's last desperate attempt to keep the brand alive. He needs Janelle Brown to exist, because without her, Kody Brown loses his meaning. He becomes irrelevant. And let's look at the deception from within. Robin's part in this cannot be overstated. While Kody is fighting the law battle, Robin is fighting the PR battle. We are hearing that Robin is crafting a story that paints Janelle's name change as a midlife crisis rather than a liberation. Robin is allegedly telling insiders that she finds it disrespectful to the ancestors and to the spiritual covenant they made. She is framing herself as the martyr who is keeping the name and the burden of the family past while Janelle is running away. It is a classic manipulation tactic intended to guilt-trip Janelle into keeping the name. But here is the kicker. It's not working. The fans see through it. The crowd knows that Robin isn't protecting the name. She's protecting the prize. She knows that if the OG wives dissolve their connection to the Brown name, the show loses its tension and finally its funding. Now, let's get to the legal fact check. What does the law actually say about Kody's threats? We have consulted with legal theories surrounding celebrity divorces, and the agreement is clear. Kody is lying. In the United States, you cannot trademark a human being's name in this context, nor can you force an ex-spouse to keep your surname against their will, unless there was a specific prenuptial agreement, which we know they didn't have, or a specific business contract that Janelle signed, giving Kody ownership of her name, which is highly unlikely. Janelle is free to call herself whatever she wants. She could call herself Janelle Freedom if she wanted to. Kody's threat of suing for royalties or saying that she is diluting the brand is legally speaking a scare tactic. It is a paper tiger. He is banking on Janelle being too tired, too broke, or too scared to fight back. But he forgot who he was dealing with. He is working with the woman who managed the family finances for decades. He is dealing with the logical, analytical brain of the business. Janelle knows he has no case. This leaked letter is her calling his bluff. She is essentially saying, sue me. Let's go to court. Let's open the books and see who really owes who money. And that is a discovery process Kody cannot afford. The surname deleted is not just a deletion. It is a repair. As we watch this play out, we are watching the final stage of grief for the marriage. And the first stage of acceptance for Janelle's new life. The reports of the new boyfriend, the support from the kids, the legal maneuvering, it all points to one thing. Janelle is done. She is not just physically gone. She is formally, spiritually, and commercially severing the tie. She is regaining the one thing Kody tried to steal from her, her identity. So, where does this leave us? We are watching a woman rebuild herself from the ashes of a failed system. We are watching a man grasp at straws as his world falls. And we are watching a family divide, not just by place, but by definition. The Brown family, as we knew it, is gone. What remains is a group of survivors and one man left alone with his ego. Now, I have to ask you, the watcher, the true jury in this trial of public opinion, do you think Janelle should go back to her maiden name, or should she take the name of her new mystery man? Is Kody right to feel that she is stealing the brand value he helped build, or does he owe her 30 years of unpaid labor? And what about the kids? Are Maddie and Savanah right to help their mom erase their dad's name? This is a talk that is going to change the way we look at reality TV families forever. If you think Janelle deserves her own identity, hit that like button. If you think Kody is losing his mind, share this film. And if you want to know the minute we get proof on the new name or a photo of the new boyfriend, you need to be subscribed with notifications on. We are looking deeper into the financial records next, and you do not want to miss what we found about the Coyote past property taxes. The truth is coming, and it doesn't have the name Brown on it. Thanks for watching Coco Gossip. We'll see you in the comments.